Hello my dear students, I welcome you all for today's lecture and wishing you all the best of the time whichever time you are watching this video. I start with the new chapter, that is chapter 9, that is actually, what is the name of the chapter? Applications of Trigonometry. Applications of Trigonometry 9.1. These are basically word problems, and if I talk about the basics of this word problem, the main thing is that you should be able to draw the diagram. The main thing is that you should be able to draw the diagram. And when it comes to draw the diagram, the only point that I feel that actually needs some understanding is angle of elevation and angle of depression. See, angle of elevation is definitely when you are looking from down, you are looking from any place, when you are looking up, then it is angle of elevation. When from a lower level you are looking at a higher level, then angle of elevation will come into picture. How are you going to draw the angle of elevation? If this is the point from where you are looking at the higher level, then from here you have to draw one line parallel to the ground and one line straight to the point where you are looking or where the object is seen. Then this will be called as angle of elevation. This is called as angle of elevation, because your elevation means up. You are looking somewhere at a level which is up compared to the level where you are. Similarly, when you are angle of depression, depression means down. When a person is at any point and looks at a level which is at a lower level, then the angle of depression will come into picture. At that time again, the main arm will always be parallel to the ground. This is parallel to the ground, and this will be called as angle of depression. But remember, most of the times what happens whenever a triangle is formed, most of the times this will be your angle of elevation, which is very easy to make out. But when angle of depression is formed, usually, as I told you, this will be the angle of depression. This will be the angle of depression. But then your triangle will always be, most of the times, it will be this. An angle of depression will be formed somewhere outside the triangle. Therefore, by alternate angle theorem, this angle will be congruent to this angle, and this will be congruent. Like this you have to do when it is angle of depression. Okay, I hope you all are getting into picture. Now next, what happens when you are given, you should be able to label it. You should be able to see what the object is, where the observer is, and likewise a three sides of triangle with some angle 90 degree will be formed, and details of angle will be given to you. Most of the times angle is given to you 30, 45, 60, 90, whatever it is given to you most of the times. And then out of here there will be one side which is given to you, value is known, and the one is where the value you have to find or unknown. See, one side value is known and one is the side which you have to find. So compared to the angle that is being given to you, that value which is known is which one? Is it opposite side? Is it adjacent side? Or is it hypotenuse? Hypotenuse it won't be any time, but still the known value will be either opposite side compared to the angle which is given to you, and the known value will be either adjacent side. One value will be known to you. So, and to find will be again opposite side, adjacent side, or even hypotenuse. Okay, so out of this, one will be known, one will be you have to find. So what happens is that you have to see the combination of opposite hypotenuse, opposite adjacent, adjacent hypotenuse, adjacent opposite, whatever the combination is, Depending on that, you have to include that trigonometric ratio. You will come to know what I am telling. You have to include that trigonometric ratio. If it is opposite and hypotenuse which is involved, opposite is known, hypotenuse you have to find, then you can take sine which is opposite upon hypotenuse. If it is adjacent and hypotenuse which is involved, then you can take cos 30. Or if it is opposite and adjacent which is involved, then you can take tan 30. For that you have to know the formulas properly. Okay. Sometimes what happens, there are two triangles, and one side which is common to both, which will be common to both. This side will be present over here also, present over here also, and only angles are given to you. That time what you will do again is that first find this side from this triangle, find this side, you will get some expression. Then from this triangle again find the same side, again you will get some expression. Equate the two sides and you will get the answer. I am trying to explain you may find this slightly difficult. Once you start solving the questions and then again you listen to this, you will come to know the idea of what you have to follow when you are solving the questions. First, definitely we will be going through this, and then slowly we will be heading towards this type of questions. Of course, angle of elevation and angle of depression you have to understand. Angle of elevation, when you are seeing a level, you are looking at a level which is higher compared to your level, angle of elevation will be there. And when you are seeing at a level which is comparatively lower to your level, then it is angle of depression. Usually when angle of depression will be there, at that time alternate angles will come into picture. So now let's start with exercise night mode 1. I hope you all are carrying your textbooks with you all people. So here first question, if you'll see, they are telling us a circus artist is climbing 20-meter long rope which is tightly stretched and tied from the top of a vertical pole to the ground. So it is tied from top of the vertical pole. Means now when we have to tie this rope, we will require one vertical pole. Vertical pole means 90 degree. Vertical pole. From the top of this vertical pole, the rope is tied to the ground. Something like that. So this will become your rope. Fine. And then this is 20-meter long rope. So this is 20-meter long rope. Find the height of the pole if the angle made by the rope with the ground level is 30 degree. So this is your ground level, because vertical pole is here, it is erected on the ground. So this is 30 degree. 20 meter is this rope, and we have to find the height of the pole. Means this is the pole. Now we will label A, B, C. So this is how you have to first understand how to draw, and then they are asking you to find AB. So AB, vertical pole, AC is equal to 20 meter is equal to length of rope, angle ACB is equal to 30 degree. To find what they have told, height of the pole, which is equal to AB. So now you can make out what I have told you in the first step itself. This is the first type of a figure where one is a known side and one is the unknown side. So compared to this angle which is given to us, this known side is basically the hypotenuse, and what we have to find is AB, which is the opposite side. So the sides that are involved are opposite side and hypotenuse. Compared to this angle I am talking, compared to this angle, AB is the opposite side and AC is the hypotenuse. So definitely the sides involved are opposite side and hypotenuse. So what happens is that we know that sin theta is equal to opposite side upon hypotenuse. Cos is adjacent side upon hypotenuse, so I can't take cos. Unless and until sometimes we have to find BC also. If we have to find BC also, then we will have to take sin theta also for finding AB, cos theta also for finding BC. Okay. Tan theta formula is opposite side upon adjacent side. So best is for this question is sin theta. You can even take cosec theta, because cosec theta is equal to hypotenuse upon opposite side. You can even take that. So solution, I start, my dear students. In triangle ABC, sin 30 degree is equal to AB upon AC, since sin theta is equal to opposite side upon hypotenuse. But sin 30 degree is equal to half. This by now you should be able to know. If you are not knowing the even, then you should be able to make the triangle. By now you should be the champion of this. Is 30 degree, this is 60 degree, this is 2, this is 1, this is root 3. So sin 30 will be equal to opposite side upon hypotenuse 1 upon 2. Okay, so this is 1, this is 2. From 1 and 2 we will get that AB upon AC is equal to 1 upon 2. Out of this AB we have to find AC is equal to 20. So AB meters. Therefore the height of the pole is equal to 10 meters. Fine, with this we have finished question number 1. Okay, my dear student, so now we head towards the question number 2. So question number 2 reads us: a tree breaks due to storm and the broken part bends so that the top of the tree touches the ground, making an angle 30 degree with it. So try to understand, there is a tree. Okay, there is a tree. I am purposely drawing this as a dotted line because as we know that it is going to break from somewhere. Let us consider that it is breaking from here. Okay, there is a storm. Because of the storm, this tree breaks from here, and whatever is this goes and touches the ground, making an angle 30 degree with the ground. Okay, fine. So this is the what it has broken. Fine. This much they have given. The distance between the foot of the tree to the point where the top touches the ground is 8 meters. So now you have to understand what is foot of the tree. Supposing this is the foot of the tree, and supposing this is where it is touching the ground, this is 8 meters. Find the height of the tree. Now we know that height of the tree is actually AB is the height of the tree. Supposing, find the height of the tree. So actually we know that AB is the height of the tree. Let us consider that it breaks from PB. So AB is equal to height of the tree. Now broken part AP is equal to PC is broken part of the tree. BC is equal to distance between foot of tree and the point where the top touches the ground, which is equal to 8 meter that they have told us. Angle PCB is equal to 30 degree. Fine. So this is all that is given to us. We know AP is equal to PC. To find height of the tree which is equal to AB. Fine. We know that AB is equal to what? AP plus PB. Means basically we have to find AP. Now try to understand this. Up to here, I hope you have understood the question. Now we know that height of the tree is AB, which is equal to AP plus PB. This whole is the tree, AP plus PB. AP plus PB. But when we come into the triangle, AP is equal to PC. So this becomes your PC. And PB is still the triangle. So now when we consider compared to the 30-degree angle, we have to find 30-degree angle. The known side is BC, which is the adjacent side. Known side is adjacent side. Compared to the 30-degree angle, known side is the adjacent side, which is 8 meter. And what we have to find is PC we have to find, which is hypotenuse, and PB we have to find, which is opposite side. So basically we have to find all the three sides of the triangle. So we will have to use all these things. The solution in triangle PBC, sine, first sine is not, cos I will have to take, because sine first if I will use opposite side upon hypotenuse, both are unknown, that's not going to help. Cos 30 degree is equal to what? BC upon PC, because cos theta is equal to adjacent side upon hypotenuse. So cos 30 degree, this we can write over here, BC is equal to 8 upon PC. Cos 30 degree, but we know that by the definition, cos 30 is equal to root 3 upon 2. We know by table it is root 3 upon 2. So from 1 and 2, this is also cos 30, this is also cos 30, they both are going to be equal. 8 upon PC is equal to root 3 upon 2. So PC will be equal to 8 into 2 upon root 3, therefore PC is equal to 16 root 3. This is PC, which is equal to 16 root 3, but that is not 16 upon root 3. But now you understand that 16 upon root 3 is actually not going to help you, but still we'll keep it over here, no problem. Actually this is not a rational number, we should actually rationalize it. To rationalize, you know that PC we have got is 16 upon root 3. So if I have to rationalize it, what I will do, whatever is the irrational number, rationalize the denominator, to multiply and divide by root 3, I will get PC is equal to 16 root 3 upon 9. This is the proper number 3. Now I have to go to find PB. Okay, now I have to go to find PB. For PB now I can use, because I know now, we can, instead of using this 16 root 3 upon 9, which is going to be complicated, I know adjacent side and I have to find the opposite side. I can use tan. Tan 30 will be equal to PB upon BC. So in triangle PBC, tan 30 degree is equal to PB upon BC, that will be equal to PB upon 8, because tan theta is equal to opposite side upon adjacent side. But we know that tan 30 degree is equal to 1 upon root 3. This is again by definition from 4 and 5. These both are tan, so I will get PB upon 8 is equal to 1 upon root 3. Therefore 8 goes over there. PB is equal to 8 upon root 3. Again I will rationalize the denominator. I will get PB is equal to 8 upon root 3, multiply and divide by the irrational denominator, and I will get PB is equal to 8 root 3 upon 3. Oh, this is also 3. Root 3 into root 3 is 3. Sorry. So PB is equal to 8 root 3 upon 3. This will be a 4. Now I know I have to find AB. PC I have got is equal to 16 root 3 upon 3. AP is equal to PC is equal to 16 root 3 upon 3 from 3. This becomes 6. Now I will tell AB is equal to AP plus PB, right? See this. AB is equal to AP plus PB. AB is equal to AP plus PB, where AB will be equal to now. What is AP? Is equal to PC. 16 root 3 upon 3 plus PB is what? 8 root 3 upon 3. So these both will add up straight. I'll get 8. 16 plus 8 will be 24 root 3 upon 3. If I divide this 3, 8 is 24. So AB is equal to 8 root 3 meters. This is your answer. Therefore, the height of tree is equal to 8 root 3 meters. Okay, my dear student, so with this we have finished with question number 2, and now we head to solve question number 3. Question number 3, a contractor plans to install 2 slides for the children to play in a park. Okay, 2 slides, we know that slide, 2 slides, 2 slides to be installed in the park for the children below the age of 5 years. She prefers to have a slide whose top is at the height of 1.5 meters. See, for the children below age of 5 years, she prefers to have a slide whose top is at the height of 1.5 meter. Means, supposing this is the slide which will be at the height of 1.5 meter. And is inclined at an angle of 30 degree to the ground. So it is going to be a gentle slope, 30 degree to the ground. Fine. This height is given to us. It will be starting from the height 1.5 meter and it will be having an inclination of 30 degree with the ground. So this is the height A, B, C, and this is the actual slide AC. Fine. Whereas for the elder children, she wants to have a steep slide at a height of 3 meters. So this is going to be a steep one at a height of 3 meters and inclined at an angle of 60 degree to the ground. So we can consider that it is inclined in such a way, 60 degree. See, because this angle is going to be greater, this is smaller, so it is going to be 60 degree, somewhat like this. This is P, Q, R. So what should be the length of the slides in each case? So what is the length of the slide AC? Length of the slide PR. Now this is 3 meter, remember. Height of 3 meter, fine. So in both the cases we can make out now. For children below age 5 years, AC is equal to length of slide, AB is equal to 1.5 meter is equal to height of slide, angle ACB is equal to 30 degree. to find length of slide AC in triangle ABC. Now I think you are very quite understanding that you have to find AC. You have to find length of the slide AC. So AC you will be finding then in triangle ABC. AC is the hypotenuse and AB is the known side. It is the compared to the angle that is been given, AB is the opposite side. In triangle ABC, sine 30 degree will be opposite side AB upon hypotenuse AC. Since sine theta is equal to opposite side upon hypotenuse, this is 1. But we know that sine 30 degree is equal to half by definition. So from 1 and 2 we get AB upon AC is equal to half. What is AB? 1.5 upon AC is equal to half. If I multiply this, 1.5 into 2 is equal to AC. AC is equal to 3 meters. Fine. So AC is equal to 3 meters. So this is AC we have got. That is the length of slide for children below 5 years is equal to 3 meters. Now considering the slide for children below or above, above, what is that? Elder children, for the age not, it's not any, no age is given, only elder children it is been given. So for elder children, triangle PQR, PR is equal to length of slide, PQ is equal to 3 meter is height of slide, angle PRQ is equal to 60 degree. To find PR, which is length of slide. So again we come in triangle PQR, same thing, known side is opposite side compared to the angle given, known side is opposite side and hypotenuse we have to find. Sine 60 degree, opposite side is PQ upon hypotenuse is PR, since sine theta is equal to opposite side upon hypotenuse. So this will be, but sine 60 degree is equal to root 3 upon 2 by definition. From 3 and 4, this is sine 60 PQ upon PR root 3 upon PQ is known, 3 upon so if I go to calculate this now, PR will be equal to 3 into 2 upon root 3, that is 6 upon root 3. So I will rationalize the denominator, which is an irrational number. It will be multiplying by root 3 and dividing by root 3. I will get PR is equal to 6 root 3 upon 3. So this will become 2 root 3 meter. This will be the length of the slide for elder children. Okay. Okay, so with this we go for solving the question number 4 now. Solving question number 4. The angle of elevation of top of a tower. See now, angle of elevation of the top of the tower from a point on the ground means, again, as I told you, angle of elevation is always when you are looking from a lower level to the higher level. So here from a point on the ground, which is a point which is on the ground, you are looking at the top of the tower, means it is a point which is at a higher level. The angle of elevations, which is angle of elevation of the top of the tower from the point of the ground, which is 30 meter away from the foot of the tower. See, all jumbling they are doing. Actually, what are they meaning to tell is that there is a tower, definitely there is a tower. We have to understand there is a tower is needed. Top of the tower, angle of elevation of the top of a tower, the angle of elevation of the top of the tower, this is top of the tower, from a point on the ground. So we will require a point on the ground which is 30 meter away from the foot of the tower. So this point is 30 meter away from the foot of the tower, is 30 degree. So this angle of elevation is 30 degree. So this is our tower AB and BC is the distance. Find the height of the tower. Means again we have to find AB. Now here same thing, my dear student. AB is equal to height of the tower which is not known. BC is equal to point on ground from, that is equal to 30 meters. Angle ACB which is equal to AB. So it's simple again. Compared to the angle which is given to us, the side that we have to find is AB is the opposite side, and the side that is known to us is the AC, which is the adjacent side. So opposite side and adjacent side, that will be tan 30 degree. In triangle ABC, tan 30 degree is equal to opposite side AB upon adjacent side BC, because tan theta is equal to opposite side upon adjacent side. But we know that tan 30 degree is equal to 1 upon root 3. This is by definition. Therefore, AB upon BC is equal to 1 upon root 3. So here BC is known to us, AB upon 30. Therefore AB is equal to, again I will do the same thing, I will rationalize the denominator. I will get AB AB is equal to 10 root 3 meter. That is the height of the tower. Okay, so with this we have to write the end statement, and I'm just saving the paper, my dear students. Height of the tower is equal to 10 root 3 meters. So I hope you all are getting this. See, till now we are doing the same thing. First of all, we should know the diagram that we are supposed to draw. What are we supposed to draw? What are the requirements of the diagram? What are the points that are there in the diagram? We have to know them, and then we have to know the relation between them. Draw the diagram with a proper understanding, label it with proper understanding. Only then you will be able to see further, because next that what we have to see is what is given, which side is given and which side is asked, and compared to the angle that is given to us, what is the relation of that side known and that side asked with the angle that is given, and then things go on becoming smoother. Okay, my dear students, let's go to question number 5. Still we are in the primary level, my dear students. Question number 5. A kite is flying at a height of 60 meter above the ground. See, it is at a height of 60 meter above the ground. Straight it is at the height of 60 meter above the ground, means kite is somewhere over here. I can draw it if you want, but now I am not drawing it because, okay, if you want I can draw it also. So it is somewhere over here, 60 meter above the ground. So this is going to be the vertical height, A, B. The string attached to the kite is temporarily tied to a point on the ground. So we have a string which is tied to the kite. This string is attached temporarily to the ground, somewhere to the ground. The inclination of the string with the ground is 60 degrees. This has become more. This is basically 60 degrees, which is too less. Actually, diagram is wrong. This is the point where the string is attached to the ground, and this inclination is 60 degrees. Find the length of the string, assuming that there is no slack in the string. No slack in the string means actually we know that if we have flown a kite, you will come to know that normally when the kite flies, there is a slack in the string. The string goes like this. It is never straight. It is actually slacked like this. As it goes higher and higher. The slack is also more. But this slack, they are asking us that just don't consider this slack, this bend. You just consider there is no slack. It is straight. At that time, what is the length of this string? Again the same string, C, but I will first label AC is equal to length of the string ground. Fine. BC is equal to distance between point on the ground to the vertical from distance between the point on the ground to the vertical point dropped from kite on the ground, which is equal to, which we don't know. No, sorry, this is not distance between the point. No, sorry, this is what I told. BC, BC is equal to that, but BC is not asked, na? What they have asked? No, but BC is not asked. BC is definitely this only what I have written, but they have not asked. AB is given to a 60 height of the kite of the ground, but that's all. So angle ACB is equal to 60 degree. This description was right, but it is not needed because that is not asked. So, to find length of the string, which is equal to AC. Again now, length of the string AC is hypotenuse, considering the angle 60 degree, AB is the opposite side. So sine 60 degree is equal to a opposite side AB upon hypotenuse AC, since sin theta is equal to opposite side upon hypotenuse. Sin 60 degree we should know by now, it is root 3 upon 2 by definition. Therefore from 1 and 2, AB upon AC is equal to root 3 upon 2. AB is 60 upon AC therefore we will get AC is equal to 60 into 2 upon AC will be equal to 62 is a 120 upon root 3. I will rationalize the denominator now. I will get AC 120 root 3 upon 3 40, so I will get AC is equal to 40 root 3 meters. Therefore the length of 40 root 3 meters. So with this we have finished question number 5. I hope we are going clear by now. All the questions that we have solved by now are all at the primary level, and I think you will be able to understand. But sixth question slightly, a 1.5 meter tall boy is standing at some distance from a 30 meter tall building. So now try to understand purposely, if they have given the height of the boy, that see this is a 30 meter tall building, supposing this is the ground level, this is the ground level, this is the boy who is standing, whose height is 1.5 meter is the height of the boy. At a distance, he is standing at a distance of 30 meter at some distance from a 30 meter tall building. This is the 30 meter tall building. This distance, what is the distance? Some distance. The angle of elevation from his eyes, means supposing from his eyes to the top of the building increases from 30 degree to 60 degree as he walks towards the ground. As you see, angle of elevation means definitely from his eye level. If I have to see his eye level, again from the eye level I will have to draw a line parallel to the ground. The angle of elevation over here is 30 degree. As this boy walks towards the tower, okay, so supposing he comes somewhere over here, definitely if we will see now the angle of elevation will increase. Here the angle of elevation is 30 degree, this has increased, this has increased. This is increasing from 30 degree to 60 degree. Try to understand this, how he is moved. This is his initial position. AB is his initial position and A dash, B dash is his final position. Fine. Now they are telling, find the distance he walked towards the building. This is the distance he walked. A dash is the distance he has walked towards the building. Now what are you going to do? See here, my dear students, there are two triangles. See, PQ is the height of the tower. But when you take into consideration, we have to see triangles, because triangles are the places where, figures where you will be applying trigonometric ratios. So the first bigger triangle is this PBR, sorry, we will have to take this PBR. The first bigger triangle is PBR. Okay, and in PBR what do you know? See, 30 meter is PQ. The PR will be what? 30 minus this RQ. RQ is what? 1.5. So 30 minus 1.5. 30 minus 1, 29, and then this will be 28.5 meter. This will be PR. So we have to understand the distance traveled by the boy is A dash, which is also BB dash. To calculate BB dash, How do we calculate BB dash? From BR, I will have to subtract B dash R. From BR, I will have to subtract B dash R. When from this BR, when I subtract B dash R, what stays is BB dash is remaining. So BB dash is equal to BR minus B dash R. So from this triangle I will find BR, smaller triangle I will find BR. Same logic. This is the angle given 30 degree. Compared to the angle given 30 degree, PR, the known side is opposite. BR is the adjacent side. Okay. In triangle PB dash R, PB dash R. Again this PR is going to be 28.5 and this time B dash R is what we have to find, 60 degree. We can plainly do this, my dear students. I will ask you all people to really find this plainly. In triangle PBR, sin 30 degree is equal to PR upon BR, and then find BR. In triangle PB dash R, sin 60 degree is equal to PR upon B dash R, and then find B dash R. That can be done. But one thing is there, before substitution, one thing you have to understand. See, this is what we are now traveling towards, that what they had explained us. That what we have explained us. See, in one triangle there can be one common side. If a common side is known, what you can do is find this expression of this common side from this triangle, find the expression of common side from this side triangle, and equate the two. We can try doing it over here, because now PR is the common side. PR is the common side which is there, but no, we will have to do in that way, because that is the only common side, is the known side. Nothing is other known. So we will have to do the same thing, my dear students. So again, now over here, AB is equal to height of the boy, which is equal to 1.5 meter. Fine. B dash is equal to distance traveled by the boy. Fine. PQ is equal to, what is PQ? Tall building, height of tall building, which is equal to 30 meters. That's all. Angle PBR is equal to 30 degree. Angle PB dash R is equal to 60 degree. AB is initial point of the boy. A dash B dash is the final point of the boy. So that is all to find distance walked by the boy, which is equal to B dash. Solution. Now one thing what we'll do, we'll first go in triangle PBR as we have done. In triangle PBR, we know that now in triangle PBR, PR is known 28.5 and BR we have to find. So opposite side upon adjacent side, so I have to take tan 30 degree is equal to opposite side is PR, adjacent side is BR. Since tan theta is equal to opposite side upon adjacent side, this is 1. But we know tan 30 degrees is equal to 1 upon root 3. This is there. This is by definition. Therefore, PR upon now PR is this we have to write. PR we have not found, but PR is going to be equal to what? PQ minus QR. PQ minus QR, which is equal to 30 minus 1.5. PR is equal to 30 minus 1, 29.5, 28.5 meter. From 3 and 4, what we get from 3 and 4 is PR is 28.5 upon BR is equal to 1 upon root 3 from 3 and 4. BR is equal to 28.5 root 3 meters. Okay, so this is what we are getting. So now that is done. BR is equal to 28.5 root 3 meter. This is important if finding 4, this will be 0.5. Similarly, everything we have to do in triangle PBR. Again, tan 60 degree, opposite side PR upon adjacent side B dash R. Since tan theta is equal to opposite side upon adjacent side, but therefore now PR is equal to 28.5. Therefore, BR is equal to 28.5 upon root 3. Now again I will do the same thing. Multiply and divide by the irrational denominator. 28.5 root 3 upon 3. This can divide. 3 ones are 3 nines are 27.5. So I will get BR is equal to 9.5 root 3 meter. This is going to be my 8. BR. No, this is, I'm sorry my dear students, PR upon B dash R. So now I know BB dash by BB dash is equal to BR minus B dash R. BR minus B dash R, because we know that B dash R are collinear points. So B dash will be, BR is what? 28.5 root 3 minus 9.5 root 3. So B dash 19 root 3 meters. So this should be the distance traveled by the boy. Okay, yes, that is right my dear student. Therefore the distance boy walked 19 root 3 meters. Okay, so with this we have finished with question number 6. Now we can proceed to solve question number 7, my dear students. Question number 7. From a point on the ground, the angles of elevation of the bottom and the top of a transmission tower fixed at the top of a 20 meter high building. See now what all things are there. Point on the ground, angles of elevation of bottom and top of transmission tower which is on top of 20 meter high building. Try to understand. Means what is happening, there is a tower, transmission tower, definitely there is a transmission tower, but this transmission tower is fixed on top of 20 meter high building. This is a 20 meter high building. On this a transmission tower is fixed like this. Are you getting? And this is the ground. Now what they are telling, from the point on the ground, this is the point on the ground, angle of elevation, angles of elevation means there are two angles of elevation of the bottom and the top of the transmission tower. So this is the bottom and the top of the transmission tower. Of course, definitely this is going to be less 45 degree and this will be 60 degree. This is 45 degree. This is wrong diagram. Diagram should have been slow. That's why we should first have a nick of the diagram. We should first see this is 45 degree. So this has to be, say, actually speaking, the diagram should be how? So if I go to draw it again, this is 45 degree. So because this is 45 degree and this is 90 degree, this has to be an isosceles triangle. So it will look something like this. I'll continue with drawing the building 20 meter and this is the tower. But now I will take a point such that it is equal to this, approximately equal to this. Then it will come proper. This will be the elevation to the bottom and this will be the elevation to the top. This is 45 degree. This is definitely, this can be wrong because the top of the tower we don't know what it is. This is 20 meter high. Okay. PQ is the tower and QR is the building. Fine. That is all. Nothing else. 20 meter. Okay, fine. Find the height of the tower. The height of the tower is, find the height of the transmission tower. Okay, time. That is all. So this is the height of the tower. Now again, if you consider this, so we will have to again consider two triangles. One triangle will be triangle. Two right angle triangles are needed. PQR. Yes. This will be one PRS. We have to understand this only. PRS, where we don't know what is PQ. And of course we require, like supposing if this is X, then this is going to be 20. So this PR is going to be, as a whole is going to be 20 plus X. Okay. Now is going to be that same thing, my dear students. See now, if I consider the other triangle, right angle triangle, which is actually QRS, this is 60 degrees. QRS, this is 90 degrees. This is 45 degrees. Now if you will see over here 20 meter and SR is common side. SR is present over here. SR is also present over here. Now we can go to the next type of the questions. Why I could not do in the previous one? Because SR, which is the common side, was the actual known side. So that's why I could not use this technique over there. I would have been lost over there. Because known side itself I am removing from there. But maybe we would have got also. Let's go through this first. QR is the height of tall building is equal to 20 meter. PQ is the height of transmission tower not known, angle PSR is equal to 60 degree angle angle QSR is equal to 45 degrees. To find PQ, height of the tower. Fine, now I will go over in the same fashion. In triangle PSR. See, now whatever we know is this. First, let PQ be equal to X. Therefore, PR is equal to PQ plus QR. PR is equal to X plus 20 meters. Now we know this is what. Now we know that PR is the side if some information is there, and SR is the common side. SR is a common side which is adjacent. So I will use tan 60 degree is equal to PR upon adjacent side SR, since tan theta is equal to opposite side upon adjacent side. So tan 60 is equal to root 3. Okay, from 1 and 2 I will get PR upon SR is equal to root 3. PR is X plus 20 upon SR. Therefore, into root 3 upon root 3. So I will get SR is equal to X plus 20 root 3 upon 3 meters. This is an expression that I have got for SR. One expression that I have got for SR from triangle PSR. Similarly, I will get an expression for SR from triangle QSR. In triangle QSR, SR I want, again the same thing, tan 45 degree will be equal to opposite side QR, opposite side, this is the opposite side QR upon adjacent side SR, since tan theta is equal to opposite side upon adjacent side. This is what now? 4. But tan 45 degree is equal to 1 by definition. Therefore, what I will get? QR upon SR is equal to 1. Therefore, QR is equal to SR. Therefore, SR is equal to 20. So we have got one SR from here and another SR from there. So now what we will do, from 3 and 6, from 3 and 6 what will I get is actually this SR is equal to SR. See, try to understand, my dear students, what I am trying to show you is that, see here, from first triangle I am getting what is the value of SR, and from the second triangle I am getting the value of SR. Now fortunately, unfortunately, whatever you say, from first triangle I have got an expression SR is equal to X plus 20 root 3 upon 3, and second triangle I have got an actual value, but not necessary. Sometimes what will happen, here also I will get an expression. But what I mean to explain you is that both the cases will be SR. So I will have to equate both these sides. So in the next step I will write these two SRs are going to be equal to each other. So x plus 20 root 3 upon 3 will be equal to 20. Now fortunately this is 20, but in coming examples you will come to know that this also becomes an expression, and these two expressions become equal to each other because basically they both are equal to SR. They are both equal values. So now if I solve this, what do I get is x plus 20 root 3 is equal to 320 is 60. Now I have to open this bracket. Do I open? Not necessary. What I'll do is that x plus 20 is equal to 60 upon root 3. I'll take it over there, and as I am very comfortable with actually rationalizing the denominator, I'll multiply and divide by the irrational denominator. I hope you are getting this. By now you should be very familiar with this process. So I get x plus 20 is equal to 20 root 3. Now by you should be champs of this procedure, and now I am getting this is as, you can leave the question over here, no harm. This is basically the value of the transmission tower PQ, but of course we have to give a simplified way of the answer, and simplified way will be that you have to take the common factor out. And what is a common factor? 20 is a common factor that goes out. What stays inside is root 3 minus 1. This will be the actual simplified answer. You can very well stop over here, but always give the considerable answer which is actually asked, simplified version of the answer. Therefore PQ is equal to 20 root 3 minus 1 meter. Therefore the height of transmission tower is equal to 20. So with this we have finished with question number 7. I think I'll stop over here. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So this we can cover in the next lecture, my dear students. Okay. So go through this, solve this. These are the basics. As we go further with these questions, then you will come to know how to tackle the complex questions. These are definitely very simplified questions. Complex are yet to come. Complex are also not very complex. Don't worry about that. If you have understood this idea behind how to solve them. First basic level questions are those questions where the sides are given to you. One side will be the known side, the other side will be the unknown side. The only knowledge and strong knowledge that you are supposed to have, that considering the angle which is given to you, which sides are involved. The opposite side is the known side, or the adjacent side is the known side, and which is the side asked? Opposite, adjacent, hypotenuse. This is the only thing that you have to understand. Once you understand that, how to get the relation between these sides considering the angle that is asked to you, then you should know the trigonometric ratios well. Sin theta is equal to what? Opposite and adjacent are involved by which trigonometric ratio? Opposite and hypotenuse is involved by which trigonometric ratio? And adjacent and hypotenuse are involved by which trigonometric ratio? Once you have understood this basic knowledge is to be achieved very strongly, and that will come only by practice and of course by lots of thinking. Then you will be very strong over there, and only then this basic level of questions, I think about question number 5, you will be able to understand those. Once you have understood those, then only the next level is starting from actually question number 7, where actually a common side is involved in a triangle. This common side, if it is known, then still you can solve by the basic level only. If the common side is the known side, you can still solve these questions by the basic level itself. Go by the trigonometric ratios which are involving the known side and the unknown side. But if the common side is unknown, which we did in question number 7, then that common side you will have to get an expression from one triangle, you will get an expression for the unknown side. From the second triangle, you will get an expression for the unknown side and equate those expressions, you will get the answer. This is the basic idea behind solving all the word problems based on trigonometric ratios. Application of trigonometric ratios. If you have achieved these three things, then I think 90% of the word problems are over. 10% are those that actually speaking slightly means where they will be involved with the speed of the boat, speed of the cars that are coming over there. Slight amount of physics will be there involved in it, and that will cover the 10%. So in that way we'll be able to finish the whole concept of this application of trigonometry. Okay, my dear students, so I just expect that you all solve these questions nicely, thoroughly, understand these questions, and then soon we'll go to the next type of questions. Okay, stay home, stay safe, and most importantly, stay happy, my dear students. Love you all. See you all soon. Bye.